Struggling lawyer Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi lives with his roommate, Allu Aravind, and strives for removing Section 302 of the Indian Penal Code. The reason behind his determination is his father's death sentence under 302 for rape and murder, which he didn't commit. Sarvathama Rao, Rao Gopal Rao, a famous criminal lawyer in that city, sends an invitation to every famous lawyer for a party at his place. By his secretary's mistake, one invitation reaches Chiranjeevi, and he gets a chance to meet Sarvathama Rao at his house. As Chiranjeevi reaches Sarvathama Rao's house, he is first nervous and confused but firmly believes to express his idea about IPC 302 to Sarvathama Rao. There at party, Chiranjeevi is offered a drink and he sips it casually. He keeps drinking until he fills up. In the unconscious state, he believes that he is explaining his proposal to everyone out there. Meanwhile, one among his colleagues asks him if he is okay, and suddenly Chiranjeevi feels like vomiting, and in an embarrassing situation he covers his mouth tightly with his hands and moves away from there. He then goes in search of a restroom. While he is struck by the door of a room at Sarvathama Rao's house, he opens it and gets into it. Later in the restroom, Chiranjeevi starts vomiting. Unfortunately, the tap of the sink doesn't work, and in order to get some water he tries to open another water valve, but he wets himself under a shower. After bouts of vomiting, he then feels relieved from a bad hangover, and this is where he also accidentally meets Sarvathama Rao's niece Archana, Radhika, at the party, and when Archana inquires about his whereabouts suspiciously, Chiranjeevi tells that he has unknowingly entered her room as he was nauseous, and he apologizes her for using her restroom without her permission. Once Archana is clear with her doubts, they began to converse more, and this is where Chiranjeevi falls in love with her. When their love starts blossoming, Archana has to attend a meeting in another country and she leaves for a few days. During this time, Chiranjeevi comes up with an idea to plan a fake murder in which he will implicate himself and receive a death sentence. According to his plan, Sarvathama Rao will show original pictures of the dead body to the governor at the last moment and rescue Chiranjeevi. Then, both intend to file a petition with the Supreme Court against IPC 302. They manage to frame him with the body of a woman, and Chiranjeevi is sentenced to death, just as he planned. In jail, guard Vishnu Sharma, Ralapalli, is surprised to see Chiranjeevi happy before his death. Archana returns from abroad and finds out that Chiranjeevi will be hanged the next day. She goes to meet Chiranjeevi in prison, and he acts like he actually did commit the crime out of lust. Archana does not know Chiranjeevi's plan and leaves in disgust on the night before Chiranjeevi's hanging. Sarvathama Rao, who is on his way to meet governor to rescue Chiranjeevi, has an accident. A tense Chiranjeevi reveals to Vishnu Sharma that this was all fake and that he did not kill the woman. Pleading for his help, Vishnu Sharma runs to Archana's house to tell her the truth. After a night-long struggle, they manage to get in touch with Sarvathama Rao, who is alive in the hospital. They get the original negatives, and Chiranjeevi is saved from being hanged. Sarvathama Rao throws a party to celebrate Chiranjeevi's success and announces Chiranjeevi and Archana's engagement. Obalesu, Golapudi Maruti Rao, a drunk, drags Chiranjeevi out of the party, and Archana gets suspicious about their secret talk. She follows him. Meanwhile, Chiranjeevi believes that the dead body of the woman he used did not die a natural death. A post-mortem report shows that she was killed by a man with 4 fingers on one hand. Archana remembers a goon who attacked her on the night she saved Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi reveals that he bought the body from that four-fingered goon. It slowly unfolds that the dead woman was Sarvatharma Rao's daughter from his extramarital relationship. Sarvatharma Rao is arrested. And in court, the judge sentences him to death. But Chiranjeevi objects. He finds that the death penalty is ridiculous and that it is not a punishment to kill someone. To punish, one must suffer for her actions. After a short speech, the judge agrees and instead gives him 7 years to prison.